Okay, we're going to go ahead and continue with the reading. The date is the 16th of March 2025. It is a Sunday. The timing is about 18:40 in the evening. The postcode is 560077. We start with taking Ganesh Ji's blessings, Gaumata's blessings, Krishna's blessings, Shani's blessings, Shivji's blessings, Vishnu's blessings. Okay, so that we get a proper read. We also take Shirdi Sai Baba's blessings. And we start. Okay, I did a little off camera pendulum asking, and so I do have the spirit who guides me around me. So I asked if anything should be offered, and I was told yes. So I did a little offering, and so that's just an offering. Okay, now what I got over here was yet E.R. Rao Tom US. OUS is yet E.R. Rao Tom. Now Rao is Sunil Rao and Anil Rao, but the point is Rao I got is no more. And this is kind of saying that maybe Rao's conscience was taken by a man called Tom. And he's in the US. So Sunil had come to Bombay in the year 2017 or 2018, but I was too unwell, so I could not go to CCI club or to NSCI club is where they had met. I was sent all the photos on WhatsApp for their meeting, but I couldn't go. I was just so unwell, so I did not go. Sunil was in Bombay for how long? But the point is that the point during which you did an exchange? So then what happened to Sunil himself? Sunil generally doesn't ever meet up with us, not ever. The last I would have seen Sunil was during Varsha's wedding, 2001. He got very busy. I have not seen Shilpa. It is so sad. I have not seen Shilpa since the 1990s. She's gone to America and then we don't know. We've just really not been in touch. So Sunil came back to India only in 2017-18 sometime. I think it was very close to when my father passed away. It was, I think, within the 6 months. So is that the time when somebody from India got rid of him and then presented themselves as him, taking his ego from here? Because the problem is that who's outside of the chessboard is very much Indian. He's playing the Hindutva game from India, except that he's grown the ranks from the Middle East. So he's fooling everything the way they take one stone and kill as many birds as possible. That's what the issue is. So he will give everyone the story according to what he knows psychologically is acceptable to them. But only he knows outside of the chessboard what all he's managing to accomplish and put into place. He's nobody's friend. You first get that into your head. Sunil is my mom's sister's son. Sunil may not have liked us, and that's okay, because we also weren't really in touch with him. The one time that I did write to, not even write, it was just a Facebook comment, congrats Shilpa, it's so great to know you've had a baby. We've heard for 10 years that she wanted to, have a child, and somehow she's had a long journey in America. So fine. So when everyone's congratulating her on her baby's birth, we're also in University of Waikato. We've become active on Facebook. We were not before. So we also write, and we're genuinely happy for her. Sunil sends me a one-pager in which he expresses, a lot of his angst about lots of things which I can't understand. So I let it go. I say, I don't know. I've not been in touch with him. And, I've not even written to him. I've just put out a public comment based on a photo put out. Or, some news given that there is good news. The baby is delivered. Okay, and this is the baby. Okay. So anyway, I just ignored it and let it be. Still, I'm saying if Tom is the name and Rao, I said Rao looks like Sunil Rao could do the work for Elon Musk. It looks that way. There is a similarity little in the looks. And he can shapeshift for him, so it is possible. Not that I know about it, and neither do I care, unless it comes in a reading. But Tom, I don't know at all. So was there somebody called Tom? And apparently Sunil, Shilpa, Anil Rao. Anil Rao is the youngest sibling amongst the three of them. At Bora Bora, when we were leaving, he says, and you thought, what can we do? I said, I don't know. There's no interaction that I should think that way. And his style is the Nikhil Advani's. But I say this is Anil. There's no connect between Anil Sadrangani and Nikhil Advani. How does it match? But this exactly, he's been able to be exactly Nikhil Advani, and he talks also that way, his features also become that way. But it is Anil in front of me. So I was pretty surprised. That was 2015 sometime. 15, 16 sometime. Okay, so we don't know if the ER is Tom, who has taken the ego of Rao. Maybe it is ER Rao Om IT. Though I got for all four of them, they're no more. Or they've got replicas for them, clones for them. He definitely didn't go to MIT. I don't know who AO is, that she's not capable of going to MIT. At least now I don't know who this can be. A seat at MIT? No, it is not Rao. I don't think so. Rao is RAO. Rousseau? I don't know if there's anybody. Rousseau means to be unhappy about something. Unless somebody went to MIT but was a shapeshifter, they thought they were getting Rao at MIT, but who went over there was not Rao, was somebody else. It is about someone who is AO and MIT. ITM was to do with Abhay's company. Their company's name was ITM, or still is, I don't know. But I don't think so, because if it is seat, why would it be an ITM seat? It cannot be an ITM seat. That's a factory. And a seat goes with admission to MIT. Rumi? Om Rumi seat? STEM is STEM replacement to do with so this is, I think, about cloning. Either it is rut the stem or rot the stem. It could also be tearing the stem. Maybe that's why I have a lower back problem at times. That's why we can get diseases and lots of things. Just depends who's been caught in this. I've definitely been caught, including the mind control. That's probably one of the reasons why I was so sick. 17 and 18. I'm looking at my photo 2005 when Sharanya was born. So there was her naming ceremony. So there were photos removed. So I was looking at my photos over there. Even when she was 1 year old, I had gone to their home and there are photos of me in her in-laws home. Both time it's in her in-laws home. There I'm looking like the normal Jaya. My facial features have changed to look like my mom, completely like my mom, very much like my mom. Even in the steel, I thought maybe my eyes are playing tricks on me. I looked at myself in the reflection in some steel vessel. So in that also, stainless steel, in that also I'm looking like my mom. But this thing has started only and only which year? This thing has started even when I was in University of Waikato. The photos that were taken look like me only. When I'm with a whole lot of girls over there, it looks like me only. Looking like my mom has started, I don't know, only in this house. So looking like my mom, I've started looking like my mom at times only in the last 5 years, I feel. Even when I bought this house, my cousin brother took out my photo for the entry into this house. So there was a girl called Shruti and we cut the ribbon. And they hand you things in the box, whatever it is. They do normally with everyone who's moving into or getting the possession of their apartment. There also there was a photo taken out by my cousin. So there also I look little different. But then to be fair, I'm not even done makeup over there. So okay, I can look little different, but I don't look. Here I'm actually looking like my mother. So the change is over here and it has started only, I think, in the last 4 years. And my looks also keep changing. That's the funny part. Sometimes I look very small and a different face. Sometimes I look like my mom, splitting image of my mom. So I don't know, is it my glasses? Or is it genuinely something to do with, because this is supposed to be coming from the EU. This is in the hands of somebody in the EU. Somebody who's in the ER maybe, I don't know. But they have misused my leave license, the POA of it, and gone and done a MOU on it. The leave license was for my office property, which was bought in my name 50%, when I was 5, 6 years old. Like that, from the same builder, it was bought in 4 children's name because the parents went together to buy it. That and Suman. Apartments which became towers. Anyway, now I don't know if they tore size stem also. What they are trying to do, I don't know. Sai is this Shirdi Sai Baba as well as Satya Sai Baba. Were you trying to grab the DNA, trying to study the atoms, molecules to see how you people can be God? What were you trying to do? You're trying to understand why Indians are successful? That's because in India everyone monetizes the job. That's why. Any job is monetized. And people over here follow law of karma for most part of it, at least they used to. Now I don't know what you're planning to do with their brain cells. Don't know, Starlink is going to shut down their ability to understand and remember according to generations of understanding at a spiritual level. Don't know if Starlink's going to clamp down on that. Then decision making becomes automated. Coming from May, who's the root, according to her understanding of things. Ancestry goes straight into the garbage can. So the reason the Indians are successful is primarily because every job is monetized. Everyone is doing the karma of creating jobs at any level so that everything gets monetized. That's why. So studying the genes and grabbing genes, because I am telling you, the baby that is in Europe, how many egos I've seen on that cute little baby. My sister, so many. Yes, one is looking like someone from, I don't want to say it, but is looking that sort. Not like my sister, but very cute. But then if he's going to grow up in an atmosphere where you tell him, no, you know, nobody should monetize anything. You paint your own home, you lay your own bricks, you build your own home, you make your own bread. Let the buildings and the castles crumble. Don't let other people come in and build it. Don't monetize anything. Then everything will be on a back foot. So here, this is talking for itself. What do you mean when you tear the stem of somebody? It means you put it under a microscope to dissect it, to understand what all goes into it. But is it really your business to do that? Why give me bad words? You are giving me bad words from this, or where are you giving me bad words from? There's nothing smart about you sitting and passing comments. Today you know what the hologram is doing. Either you go doing this green or you do this blue. The screen. So hologram doesn't even need this. Straight away it comes popping out into the air, no? So that was there before 10 years also. As I was saying, this glass also that I have over here, you could have done something on the glass also, where you are taking, maybe going live, sending my home live. Anyway, now, so EU tore Sai stem. It could also be Tor stem AI. It could also be EU. EU Tor stem AI. The problem is coming from EU, at least when it comes to India. So the euros also were handed out to INR. Probably for messing around with what? Latches? Breaking into homes to give you entry to jab people while they are sleeping? Or to leave devices which connect whatever you've jabbed into the body or the ears or the whatever, connected to the IP, connected back to your bullshit. You have done it through the women working in my home. Those maids that were working part-time in my home, you have used them. It is very evident. You are playing a war which is frankly not even worth calling like a warrior. Warriors play war in a different way. You've been downright sneaky and cheap. Don't even know if we can give you the title of being a warrior. I checked with my mom whether what's fitted into me is an ENT issue, if I should have it removed, if it can be removed. She says yes, it can be removed. I asked her, should I remove it? She said no. Keep it on. Because what you're doing with me, you are doing with everybody. Except they don't know about it. Whereas in my case, I can hear exactly what you are doing. So my mom said, no, keep it on. Let this go on. Ultimately, it will be gotten rid of. But let it go on so that I'm aware of what you are doing. So I can explain it to the authorities what it is you are doing. Okay? And not only that, don't ever forget one thing. My birth, this God gave me. EU has to study and tear the stem, even if it was Sai. Because even he fell many times. Satya Sai Baba, he also was on a wheelchair. He obviously was, he has gone to the hospital. Satya Sai Baba's super speciality hospital had lots of doctors who were volunteers from all over the world. If somebody found an opportunity in that also, obviously they would have taken the opportunity. You can't vouch for everybody. So the point is, every word, every action, every deed, every thought has a repercussion. So perhaps she's telling me, I asked her on the pendulum. It's been established that my mom is no more in the body. Who's there is not my mother. It is my mother who gives me direction through the pendulum. Both she and her second husband are no more. Even her first husband is, I don't know, I have not asked her, but so she has told me not to actually remove whatever it is that you have fitted in my body. She says it can be removed. To the ear it can be removed. But not to. You know why? Every time you insult me, every time you talk any nonsense about me in and around my house, every time you change my features, other than what was God given to me. That is, you earning bad karma every second of the way. The Guru and God knows what he gave me at birth. On the back of it, he knows what you did with it. So if you have messed around in some way, that is you earning bad debts at the soul level for your journey going forward. If you earn bad debts, but while you are earning the bad debts, on the earthly plane right now it looks like you're winning it and you're too clever and I'm an absolute loser. But in tolerating you, my punya goes up without doing anything. Just living normal life over here. But the losses are too much for you. But then the whole point of netting the masses, and not masses, the crowds, the other 50%, the VIPs got netted by the one who has already passed on and passed away from the body. Left behind is the other 50%. Connected with the masses, connected to your cult figures, connected to your VVIPs. So the work gets done automatically. Okay, so EU, U, to, STEM, Psi, or then AI. There could be a Mia. That's a Muslim. Don't know who. That means someone from Islam religion also they went to look. I don't know why they did that. For the looks. You went to do that for the looks, or what did you go to do that? Maybe a Tia. Of course, AO. She was very good looking. I don't think they can tear Ram's stem simply because Ram is no more in the body. He was an incarnation much earlier. That's what were. They can only tear his reputation and say, no, that is metaphysics. That. I don't know if there was a Ram in a sit. So I'm saying Ram and SRK look like they're in that Mind Hunter. Episode 5 and 6 also. Season 1. Why would he go into a sit? I cannot understand. Why would they do a SIT on him? TM is trademark. Tame Moor or Tame Rao? Moor is India. Moor का मतलब India. MOR. And Rao is Rao. So to do with the Moor is the snake being thrown by Putin in my dream onto the Indian public. So what has changed in my house? Let's just say, let's go with this. You want to tame Indians, is it? Therefore, we'll all sit with begging bowls. You will come to feed us. Or we'll all be mindless. You'll feel like God and give us handouts. Then those who are high-ranking officials who earn so well, all of them will be getting the same universal income as everybody else. But what will happen to you? You'll be sitting with the world wealth, is it? It's a very straightforward question which requires a straightforward answer. You don't flit sounds on me. Yes, I can die of dengue also. I don't know. Well, don't do that. So if we go to the dream I had in 2023 Jan, what did I tell you? Yes, my father told me taming the shrew. He had called me a shrew. He said, look what you have become. I said, I don't know. He's only brought me up. Now he's telling me, look what you've become. See how I take it all back. I said, I don't know what he wants. You want it back, you ask for the signatures. Now what's all this game? But anyway, keep that aside. Point is, what was my dream? I dreamt that Putin throws this huge snake. Now when he throws the snake, all the Indians to go helter-skelter and they're all very worried. They all go running for cover. I put my hand out and I gave it to the snake. The snake licked it like it's my pet dog and some fumes came out of it, the grey fumes. Now, I told you that dream that I had in January 2023 would come to fruition 2 years afterwards, as it generally happens. So, January 2025, the last day the girl that worked at my home was what? 31st December 2024. After that, I have not kept anyone in my home to do the cleaning. My home is still very nice. I like my setup also, to tell you quite frankly. It's a good one. So you can say that was a transformation of some kind. Otherwise, I don't even lift my ass to get a glass of water because I don't need to. I mean, somehow everything is around over here only. Whoever they come, give me my food, do this, do that. Generally, it's all packed and kept for me. But now we're doing little, and that's transformation. It's not called taming, because if I want, I will untame myself the day I need to. But this suits me as of now. So because it suits me and it's okay, and I'm one person and I'm happy on my own, and I plan to keep it that way, till the time it suits me, I'll continue this way, no problem, no issues. But perhaps that was what the snake throwing was, and the grey rising out of the right hand. That could be it. Okay? Now we're on the 16th of March 2025. It will be nearly 3 months by the end of this month. So, trying to tame everyone who's vain or then India. the public of India. But my suggestion is India is a thriving economy because every job is monetized and the population is huge. Also, we've managed to thrive in diversity so far. But if you are going to stamp down on the priest class and Tamil Nadu unginat, then what Vedas they are saying could just go against us. But those Vedas are very important. When you are calling out to spirit, this is really actually not about religion. You have already destroyed Pakistan. Don't you understand it? You have destroyed Pakistan. Then you went for Sri Lanka. Before that, Nepal. Then Bhutan. Not Bhutan. What's that? Bangladesh. Jammu Kashmir is a perpetual problem. The only one left is India. And when you are going to strike, it's going to be like. So it is the greed, it is not religion. You're nobody's friend, is what I understand. It is not about religion. It's not about actually rich and poor. You are just hungry for power and you are frankly nobody's friend. You need to win at any cost. But then if you need to win at any cost in one birth, what is the long-term repercussion? I don't know if you can understand it. There is no winning of this kind. Pakistan was your biggest scare earlier because they pray 3 to 5 times a day. So when India got divided from Pakistan, or Hindustan got divided, between the two, which was the larger evil from the anti-God point of view? Obviously Pakistan. India looked like a piece of cake in those days. Also in India, because I guess there's so much diversity and so many different cultures and so much trade that it doesn't show itself all the time. Whereas in Pakistan, it actually shows itself all the time. So they first went for Pakistan. And the reason is because how much they pray. But then if how much they pray is important, why did you need to study their stem? What are you looking for? Unless there is somebody from the Islam religion in the EU who told the stem. What are you looking for? No, even when it comes to the Muslims, they have nice looks. Their women are very pretty. Then from their angle of when they are doing their prayers and all, they have their own lots of plus points. So why wouldn't they also be studied? The whole idea of it is, according to me, this study and breaking things down is to see how much you can grab from where. First you did it when it came to currency. Then it moved to crypto, which is digital currency. Now you're going for the human being and then you want the soul. Wherever you grab, you create situations where people are desperate. To put them in that place of desperation or to push them in against the wall is what empowers you. though you've done it in many places already. So once you manage to do this to, let's say, on a world globe level, next you'll go for the soul only, no? What else will you do? Next you'll go straight for the soul. The place which is a problem, I think, could be Tromso. I don't know if Tromso is spelled this way. Is it IT? Is it UI? Is so yeah, Tromso EU is there. Then there's miso also. Miso is Japanese. Now what is the thing with the miso land? The land of yen. There people are very zen. Again, they believe in zen. They're very quiet and they're very, they actually, if you look at the Japanese, they're very quiet or very zen in their ways. So what was I saying about Japan? Japan was given a chance to grow. So they were the best in the electronics. Then somehow they lost that position. So it's like churning money and churning economies. Because if an economy develops, whoever's allowing the economy to develop knows that he's allowing this land to develop. And then he also puts in his money. He also parks his money in different projects in a developing economy. When the economy develops, then he also makes so much money and then he pulls out and then he takes it to another country. It is like when builders, they move further and further into the suburbs. That place can be a jungle at the time when a bunch of builders move to a particular location which is a jungle. But then what they do is they foresee that that place is going to develop. So all of them all of them start projects in something otherwise is unlivable. And then suddenly over a period of time that place becomes very expensive property. But there is a process through which it goes through. So same with economies and countries. Yes, it's called the cash cow. I don't know, is it the BCG? I've done that in 97, so I can't remember actually, but I've done that full project, right? Katrina didn't do the project, Jaya did the project. I'm not giving my professor's name, so let it be. It was done in three parts. So anyway. But anyway, we have that. Do we have sumo also? Sumo. So sumo wrestlers come from where? I don't know. There may be a Musa also. Muso. So there's a Musa also involved. So it is possible they find people who are, whatever be their style, the Zen for the Japanese, Islam for the Muslims, Hinduism for the Hindus, anything, Catholics also, that, whatever is the connect. But then they have already destroyed through Brexit Europe. That's old story. Now they're at America. My understanding is that the anti-gods problem is everybody else's relationship with God, and the protection that is awarded to everybody who is connected to God. That is something that the anti-God at any cost wants to destroy. Given my own life journey, manipulated by who I don't know, he was pretty sure I'm going to turn my back on God, which I say I will not do. Okay, whatever it is, there must be something good and fruitful at the end of it all. So we have trudged, gone on, and come up to this point in time. But I believe that he had put out some literature saying, hiding inside astrology reports, you'll stop believing in God. You'll turn your back on God. How many times he has sandwiched it in a astrology report? God willing, even if we turn our back on God, God won't leave us. Okay, so I don't know what this is. It says ITET Om Musa Troy Ye. Should we go with Roy? There could be a Summa also in the Musa. Sumit. CCI Chambers. That means whoever is Om in their way or connects with anything, your godly beliefs is considered rot. So, from the anti God's point of view, evil for him is who? Those who follow God. Or then, let's just say, follow some things that is said not good, then they don't do it from a place of, I guess, their belief. But that quality becomes evil to the anti God. So then, when we talk about terrorists, who is the terrorist? It's very subjective. Who is the terrorist is a subjective topic. Who is the terrorist? And the question that who is the terrorist, who needs to be dealt with as a terrorist, the one who's dealing with the terrorist knows in his mind who the terrorist is, according to his own thinking. OY ITE Rot Sau Team. Or the Sur team. So, your ability to sing, not sing, again, can be controlled by artificial intelligence. Your ability to speak, not speak, also. If your tone can be controlled, your style can be controlled, then your ability to sing, not sing, also can be controlled. I don't know if you think that is a better world you are going into. I don't see it as a better world. I see it as full control, and if it is in the hands of the anti-god, you've had it. High ranking officials with their own hard work, when you are getting your perks, you're getting your position in your own organization, you are authoritative, you got everything. You don't like one industry, you can move to another. The pyramid, by virtue of being a pyramid, gives you a lot of leverage to move up and down using your left brain and right brain, or your right brain and left brain. If you feel you have reached the pinnacle and you wish to join the bottom, which happens at the retirement, because you've got enough, you just want to sit at home as a retiree, you got the choice to do so. But if universal income that is being promised to you is given to you when you are mid-career, that means you're going to come crashing down at one level to get handouts, how much more lesser than your ability to earn. And if everybody is on a handout, and to get that handout a lot of work is taken out of you, you're going to like it? The point is, Europe has not yet understood that the reason they are still able to live that life that they think is coming very naturally to them is because the world is not down under. The day the world is down under, as in completely equal, equalized, that same one who's promising you universal handouts or income or whatever it is called will be the one who will be arm twisting. You will have no Ambani, you will have no Adani, you will have no Mittal, Fittal, kuch nahi. And then to get those handouts also, you will be wondering, kahan se aa raha hai? This guy is damn clever, you better be careful. It could be the team, it could be the meat, it could be an MEET2. Was there a girl who was working in Sai? Was there a girl called Sai who was in Sur? I think there was a girl called Sai who worked in the movie Sur. Was it so, or was it not so? So then, if Sai looks at her own experience with Sur, it is connected back to ability of AI to let you grow or not let you grow. Decision making coming from the root, who you don't even know. And that decision making doesn't go only to you. The decision making is going to a network of people who decide whether they should deal with you or not. And when they deal with you, how they should deal with you. OYET Surmai Rot E. My dadi is Kalavati Hukumatrai-ADVANI. She used to use Surmai. Every morning she used to apply it in her eyes. She used to have that saffron box which she needed to add it to some of whatever was the special food that she's making. Another thing that was very common to her was her surmai. Every morning with her silver stick she used to apply it from a thin little silver pencil box, but a very thin one. So she used to always pull it up and apply the surmai. Karti thi. Surmai, saffron, shawl, I think these were the three things quite patent about her. Yeah, she had a problem in her hair also towards the end. Scalp. So that could be the rot. Her fingernails and her scalp. But that was the late 70s and early 80s. Late 70s mostly. I told you I saw that my dadi was not happy in 2010. Then I told you in 2017 I was shown that Satya Sai Baba had moved her to a better place and now she was happy. I'd already told you about it, right? That she passed away much earlier. But she was not happy is what I was shown in 2010. But then Satya Sai Baba showed me now she's happy 2017. She passed away in 1981. So 81 to 2010 we had no clue. 2010 we were shown in our sleep that she's not happy. Then 2017 again in our sleep, Satya Sai Baba showed us that now he's moving on to a better place. And from the very next day, I got that she's happy. She's in a better place. Could be still towing, I don't know. Forever messing around. They're talking about the tot with the Surmai is my dadi. So you went and changed those relationships also via the ET and via your EE. Because whenever I look at my dadi nani's pictures with me as a child, they're wonderful memories in the reality of things. But almost immediately you start insulting. You start insulting that entire family get together. You call the old ladies names. You're insulting them. You insult me. One look at those photos. This is what it probably is. You want to break every family structure. Are you doing it sneakily through technology simply because you feel you've put into place 400 years going forward? And everyone's going to be trapped into it? Nobody's met more foolish shit than you. Frankly telling you. You got such bad karma कि 10 कल्पा कम नहीं रहे तुमको तुम्हारे पेमेंट्स, वो भी आत्मा रूप से जो तू लोका कमाया है. It is not your business to break families. All the while pretending to be holier than thou. Wants to be what? God. What did we get? Sold Sita, sold Gita. Anti-Indie, anti... Sold Sita, sold Gita, anti-Indie, Satan. And we didn't get it for ourselves. We got it for some version of Modi. मोदी का हाइट क्या है तो कितने शेप शिफ्टर्स वहाँ पे वो हाइट का कितना कौन हो सकता है, तो वहीं पे और एंटी गॉड इज शेप शिफ्टिंग देयर ओनली बिकॉज इट्स द बेस्ट कवर यू कैन गेट. Well, given that Rajkumar has gone to America, he's connected with all this nonsense. His older brother, I thought, was sitting and being shadow for somebody who was being Modi at that particular point. So there has to be some connect back to Marine Lines and to Jaswal. Because whoever shape-shifting for Modi also had some connect to that Marine Line street, all the way to VT. Playing these fuck all sounds in my home, frankly, is not doing it. Because you'll be stamping down on yourself. You bloody बेवकूफ. तुम है अनपढ़ गवार, तुम समझ नहीं रहा है क्या क्या बोल रहा है. Surmai is in the eyes also. Surma होता है. Surmai is also a fish. But yeah, surmai you can put surmai and you can put surma. It's primarily that black thing that you put. It's not kajal. It's like powdery stuff you put in your eyes. Okay, so in Sindhi we call it surmai. But it is also surma, and then surmai is also the fish. I think it is some kind of salmon or something. Searfish. Now I don't know who they're talking about, because who my mom used to stay with in Pudapatti, she's a Gujarati lady. So the thought could be from her family. So they are the Gujaratis, they used to call her Masi. But Masi is Binu Masi, who's a Sindhi, married to Rao. Then all the kids of my generation would be the tots for my Masi. Then there is Nina Masi's own daughter Aarti, who's mentioned here. So actually, if you think about it from my point of view, then Masi is Nina Masi and Binu Masi. If it's Binu Masi, then that's Rao and her kids. And if it is Nina Masi, then it is Aarti, who's her only daughter. So this is one of the two of them. Here there is Masi IT, there is Sam also. So what I just did is, when I put Sam's name over there, I went and rubbed the right side of my nose. Kind of, you know how from under the nose, took this finger of mine and kind of rubbed it this way on that side of the nose, nostril, under the nostril. At the time when the topic of Sam has come up at a party, though I don't know who Sam is, because there are 3 Sams and I don't know any of them very well. I know them, but I don't know them very well. So we're going back now to 2007, and it is a party at my dad's close friend's home. The topic is by his daughter. Now, in and around that time also, my sister's daughter has been left at my home. So she's just babbling and she keeps talking, Masi cut nose, Masi. My sister says, you cut my nose. That's another thing. But she's talking about this 4 years after I've left my marriage. The divorce decrees come in 2 years before. Suddenly, what happens to her in 2007, I can't understand. She's bringing up topics that finished in 2002, 2004, the beginning of 2004. Suddenly, what's happened to her in 2007, I have no idea. Her baby also is talking the same language. So, this is the reason when this topic came up, almost immediately, I don't know why, I went and kind of cut my own nose on the right side of my body, the right nostril. I noticed this has happened a couple of times. So it says, oh yes, Sam, IT tour EU. Now, did this couple go to EU? First and foremost, it did not make sense that my sister, you know how it is with sisters and mothers. So let's say if I'm unhappy in a marriage, who am I going to talk to? I'll talk to the ladies in my family, so my father's whichever available sister. But then, other than that, I'll talk to my own sister, right? So, in those 5 months of marriage, before leaving it, I have consulted everybody, and every day is a new story. So, it's not that I've left on my own without talking to the others. So, they were very much part of the process. Not that they were seconding it at all, they were not for it, but it's not that they were not aware of it, they were fully aware of it. When I've left, where have I gone? I've gone to my father's sister's home and stayed there for about 1.5, 2 months. Finally, she tells me her youngest son wants his room back. You've like literally gone and camped over there for 2 months. He needs his room back, so you decide what you want to do. You want to go to Papa in Bombay, or what you want to do? Go back to the marriage, something of that sort. So I speak to my cousin and he gets me the PG that I got. And then I get a job and life carries on. Given the background being that it worked out this way, suddenly this topic became center of attention with this girl. Why? So I'm saying, was this a problem creator? Did this couple go to EU? When did the Brexit happen? But she is not my actual sister. I don't know what STEM is. I don't know how it works. I have no idea. Now, is he connected with the peacock? Is he shape-shifting in the Indian government as Modi? But is actually from EU? Anything is possible. You'll have to do your due diligence. He's wearing the ET of the More. But then we got him for even another place, right? Elon's ET2, Mana Rao's ET2. But then the shorter Rao is Anil Rao. And Anil Rao is very much Indian. He looks very Indian. His brother looks Asian. Whereas Anil Rao looks a lot like an Indian. It is Anil Rao that I'm talking about. When I met him at Bora Bora, he said, and you thought, what can we do? But his ego was one of nickel. Then comes the question of Sam in Kank. Kabhi Alvida Na Kehna, which is played by Mr. Amitabh Bachchan. For which I say, sometimes I feel it is possible that Nikhil can shapeshift for that role. So is that Sam? I feel Nikhil can shapeshift for SRK also, but how can he be tall also and short also? I can't understand. निखिल का जो ईगो है हमने SRK पे देखा है, रईस के अंदर, नॉट फैन. हमने सैफ पे भी देखा है, हमने अनिल सदंगानी पे देखा है. To find out if there is any Sam who is a more connected probably to the Indian government or doing something that is nationalistic from an Indian point of view. There's one version of my father who says he loves Tuesdays. He's very fond. His best day is Tuesday. So is this that guy? हमारा घर आके हमको इंसल्ट करेगा, हैं? My father's name is Kani. Or Mr. Kanayalal Hukumat Rai Advani for legal purposes. Oh yes, Sam Moore, Tuesday tie. So Sam is more IT. No, he's more Mangal type, Mars type. Same more Turi. There's one more who likes Turi, who shapeshifts for Modi. उसको तूरी पसंद है, तूरी और ड्रमस्टिक्स. Same more rut IT. Audit. Well, the truth of the matter is, if you are jabbed and you're connected to what can fool around with the atom molecules of the body, and then whatever the stem is, and I told you it's a keyboard, it's coming from Europe. I got such a huge round circle between on the middle of my chest. It came overnight. It can do anything. This, I don't know how it happened, but it happened on its own. This one. Wake up in the morning and that's on me. This, I don't know where it came from. This one. Wake up in the morning, we have these two scratches. This, I know where it came from. The reason I am actually explaining it is I'm not complaining about what's on me. The reason I'm explaining it is because the pendulum said, no, don't remove whatever we're able to hear from my ears. We should let people know so that they can understand what's happening with them also. Or if this goes live on them, as I said, you are latent SIM cards. It is in you, but it is not activated. It gets activated, you're going to have similar problems. And for those who think it's a natural problem, it may very well be a natural problem. But for those who are people who understand how this happens, then you should actually find out how it happens. My father told me, you have TB. Whoever was being my father in 2007, at that time I never used to have so much phlegm coming out of my throat. Now I spend 1 hour taking out phlegm from my throat every day. Surely I'm not irking those who then create the TB, because that's what they can do. They can mess with your eyes. They can mess with your skin. So I think you are up to date. I think the military knows what this is all about. They should know. Anyway, this is coming from EU, as you can see from the read. It's connected with Europe. Europe was supposed to have become the open ground for backdoor entry of lots of nefarious activity connected with terrorism. Eastern Europe has lots wanting in terms of resources. Everything is not Switzerland. Okay, so anyway, I think I'll close this now. Yeah, I think I'll close it now. And yeah.